Good morning. So the Ocado gods have arrived. Normal kind of ordering. This is obviously the second peak week, so it's not like I've got any special cod or fish or weird things to have pre-show. But I have added a couple of things that I found on the Ocado website that may be different, maybe a higher macro fillers. And there's also one from Substituted last week that I preferred than my previous one. So come and check these out. So the first one was this carrot and swede mash. Now this one is actually much nicer and much tastier than the carrot and crush one. You can't have as much of it, but it's much better. It's definitely tastier. I think it's still, per 100 grams, 52 calories. I think there's a 450 grams in here, so it's still really high volume, low calorie, just a bit tastier. The next one I decided to get, this Mash Direct, you might recognize it from the other Mash Crush stuff that I got. This was really low calorie, 67 calories per quarter pack. Bit of cabbage, but add on to the macro filler sort of thing. And then this last one. So, as you can probably now tell, I'm getting slightly obsessed with protein pancake mixes. This protein pow, I believe she's got a recipe book, Karen Savard, maybe, I think that's her name. But anyway, cooking mix, see what these taste like, do some pancakes. Yeah, look pretty good, so I bought it. And the rest is all my usual chicken, broccoli, vegetables, Pepsi Maxes, Fanta Zeros, all that kind of stuff. So this morning, got up a little bit later. Yesterday was a struggle, like a massive struggle towards the end of the day. Long day, lower calories, feeling depleted, feeling tired, just generally not on form. So yeah, I thought I'd be lower in weight today. I was 75.3, I think. That's definitely setting me up for an average low, or the newest average low leading into Sunday's competition. I only have 3 days, yes, 3 days until I smash through 500 grams of carbs on Friday, which I cannot wait for. Believe me, I can't wait for that. And then it's just get tanned up and showtime. But today's plan is I'm working from home all morning and afternoon. I've got a leg session later, so I'm going to go into Downham and get that done. Get my vlog edited, exported, then go to the gym. And then it's just emails and programming things. 2 clients tonight, so relatively easy. Earlier finish. Yeah, it's going to be 30 degrees outside as well, I believe. Nice and toasty. Gym time now. I've decided I'm not going to squat. I can't face it. I literally can't face it. Yeah, no, I'm not going to squat this morning. I will deadlift. I'll see how I feel. Probably 3 sets of 4 or 3 sets of 3 at 190. Just keep the weight the same. Then I'll do some leg press, some seated hamstring curls, some leg extensions and some calves. This should be a bit of a lighter session based on the fact that this is my kind of peak week and I'm just struggling. Leg sessions are the hardest things ever to do, so I'm gonna basically just not push it, but try and keep the weight the same if I can. And that's it really. Yeah, go to the gym, and then I'll catch up and let you know how I feel after it, because I'm going to Downham, which is where the interesting people training. Yeah. Laters. Look at this for a macro filler meal. Waitrose buttery, carroty Swede mash, some cabbage under there, some slim noodles under here, some spaghetti stuff from Marks and Spencer's courgette thing, kale, and all for 561 calories. That was a spectacular meal. Finished it off. Now I'm going to finish off or have another coffee, my last coffee of the day. Crack on with some work, get some bits and pieces done, and then head into London for my 2 clients. Training session today was obviously lower body. Did my deadlifts 3x3, 190 kilos. Then I went on to some leg press, some leg extensions, seated hamstring curls, and some calves. I just couldn't be up for squatting. I just think the next 3 to 4 weeks, I don't know how much squatting I'm going to be able to do because it just wipes me out. It absolutely ruins me for the rest of the session. And I still want to keep the weight up and the tension on the muscle, but it's just going to be too hard, I think. But we'll play it by ear. The carb load over Friday and Saturday might help me do a leg session sort of Monday, Tuesday, so I might just do that anyway. Right, coffee time, work time, then head into London. Right, let's get to work. It is a hot day. It's like 32 degrees or something today. On that train was like an oven, an absolute oven. Anyway, walking up from Cannon Street, getting my steps in as per usual. Should hit over 10,000 quite easily. 2 tonight. Feeling pretty full after those meals. Had another meal just before I left to save me having to take it in with me. Some chicken, finish off that mash, a little bit of kale, and a couple of little Food Doctor Pitts, which are actually really, really nice. Really, really enjoy those. Yeah, I've got a little thing I'm going to talk about later on in terms of the reality of competing in a bodybuilding competition versus the actual fantasy of doing so. But gotta go work. Got myself a little order from My Protein. I'm trying out all these different types of mixes. First one was their sort of golden syrup pancake mix. I can't imagine it's gonna be too different to the Protein Work ones, but I'll have them tomorrow morning and I'll give you a thorough review. I've also ordered their Protein mug cake mix. Stephen Hall loves their salted caramel version, so I'll hopefully try them at some point. Protein cheese as well. Incredible macros on that. It's like 2 grams of fat per 100 calories and like 37 grams of protein, so hopefully that tastes nice. And then I'm gonna try their little sort of syrupy thing. So anyway, gonna try and get this train at Cannon Street. Strong food prep game for tomorrow. Swede mash, some cabbage, some chicken, rice, and then some broccoli in this one, and some Cavallo Nero stuff here. Spare stuff for later in the week. And now I'm going to go over what I said were prep fantasies and facts. To me, the first one has to be this interesting fantasy, which it isn't kind of, but it kind of is as well, that you're gonna learn loads about yourself. You're gonna push your body to its limit. It's all gonna be nice and romantic and motivational, and you know, you can post memes or whatever you call them on Instagram based on all the hard work you're doing. But the actual reality is you come out at the end of it with a weird idea of what lean is and a weird idea of what fat is, and you've also kind of developed a bit of an eating disorder, and depending how shredded you get, probably a pretty bad eating disorder, to be honest. Certainly in your first prep. There's so many ways to diet for a bodybuilding show. IFYM, or fitting your macros, is a great fantasy to think that you're going to be able to fit, you know, all kinds of goodies into your diet. But the actual reality is you can't a lot of the time. And certainly towards the end of prep, when you basically eat no fat like I am, and your carbs are low, and you've got to make sure you hit protein, and you want to feel full. So Pop-Tart's not really going to cut it. Yes, when you're shredded, you're going to look great with your shirt off. You're going to have veins popping out of everywhere. You're going to have a full six-pack. Your legs are going to be separated. All is going to be well on that front. However, the actual reality is when you wear a t-shirt, you're going to look like you've never even lifted. Setting a target of a bodybuilding show is great for motivation. It's going to push you into the gym, and that kind of fantasy of doing a bodybuilding show is probably going to help you train a little bit harder. But in reality, at the end of prep, you're going to hate the gym. You're going to hate the diet you're on, and you're going to want it to end as soon as possible. So these are just kind of some of the fantasies that you might go through if you ever want to get shredded or really, really lean for a bodybuilding competition. But there are some stark realities. And I hope this vlog has been a good reality check for a lot of people if they are considering competing. It's not for the faint-hearted. It will take over your life. At the end of it, you may be at the point where you think it's worth it, but I'll get into that maybe at some point in my dieting, without being at late at night. Anyway, today's been a roasting day. Hopefully I've covered a lot in the vlog. I think I have to a certain extent, but today is 155, episode 155, done. Snack-a-jack time. So popcorn doesn't fit into my macros anymore because I obviously don't have enough fat in my diet left to do it. But these will do. I think they're about 15-20 grams of carbs, really low in fat, about 100 calories. Big coffee as well, pre-workout time. Last heavy upper body session until the show on Sunday.